In my bowl here, I've mixed up all-purpose flour, whole wheat flour, or white whole wheat flour, and water and starter. I have the amounts in my recipe, and I just mixed it all up with my hands here. As you can see, it's a very wet, very sticky dough. So what I'm going to do now that I'm done mixing this is I'm going to scrape this off my hands, and then I'm going to let it sit for 30 minutes to let the flour absorb some of that water. And this is called the Autolyse period. My dough has been sitting for about 30 minutes for the Autolyse period, and I forgot to mention that you should cover it, so I have my shower cap here. I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to add 10 grams of salt first. And a little bit more. So this is kosher salt. Come on. Okay. And 25 grams of water on top of that. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to mix this together with my hands again. And first I'm just going to kind of squish it all together until I don't feel any salt granules and all the water is incorporated. Can you see inside? Okay. And then I'm going to do this technique. It's called slap and fold, which is a way that you knead a very wet, sticky dough because you can't knead it like a regular dough. So after I get this all, okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm ready to do the slap and fold. So what you do is you kind of just get it all together in a ball, and I'm going to lift up one side, slap it down, and fold it in half. I'm going to turn it a little bit, slap it down, fold it in half. And I'm going to do this for about a minute, and then I'm going to cover it and let it sit for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to turn it, and I will show that next. So my dough has been sitting for 30 minutes, and I'm going to do the first turn out of about 5. So you want to wet your hands, which makes it a little less sticky, and it's a very quick process. So you're just going to take one side of the dough and gather it and bring it over itself to the other side, and do that in all 4 directions. So it's kind of like north, south, east, and west. And the last one. And that's it. Takes about 5 seconds. So I'm going to do that 4 more times for a total of 3 hours. And then after the last turn, I'm going to let it sit for another 30 minutes, and then we're going to shape it, and then it will sit in the fridge overnight after that. All right, this is the last turn, and you can see how the texture has changed, and it's a lot more, it's a little bit more voluminous. So I'm gonna do one last turn, and it's a lot smoother. And then after this, I'm just gonna cover it again for the last time, 30 more minutes, and then we will shape.